I'm back after my little trip, so you might see I have an extra ring going on. One of the things I did while I was out there was I got married. I have a big Kickstarter idea that I want to do. Let's fill this bag with pins.
Calls may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Hi, good afternoon. You just George from Small Business. How can I help you today?
Hi there, I've just been on the live chat on your website and I've been sent this number to call because I'm a customer with you, but I'm out of contract now, and I just messaged on the live chat to see if I could go back into some sort of deal, and I was told I could, but I needed to ring this number.
Right, no problem. Yeah, that's something I can pass that service been for you.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I don't use the phone, I don't even have a phone here, I just use the internet, but yeah, it's been brilliant.
Oh, good, that's good to hear. So yeah, you're on the perfect package then if you...
Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm back after my little trip to New York. Thank you if you watched my last video that I recorded just before I went. I'm now back. I had the most incredible time in New York. If you follow me on Instagram or you're a patron of mine, you'll know not the reason that I went, but one of the things I did while I was out there was I got married, which was amazing. I'm so happy. If you don't follow me there and you only watch my vlogs, that will come as a surprise. I was in Central Park with my partner Matt, and yeah, we got married. It was absolutely incredible. I will have so many questions from people. I have answered a few of them over on Instagram. People were asking, did anybody know? Was anybody upset that they weren't there? The answers are no one really knew apart from parents and my siblings, a couple of people, a couple of friends. Nobody's upset because everyone's very happy for us, and if people are upset then they don't need to be because it's not about anyone else, it was just about us. We did it exactly how we wanted to do it and it was amazing. We had the amazing Sandra, who is a part of my Patreon and just a lovely friend who I've got to know over the past couple of years. The timing worked perfectly and she was able to fly over from Texas to New York to be my witness, and I got to see her and spend time with her, which was amazing. And it was just fab. It was just a fab 4 or 5 days of just walking around New York and eating food, and it was great. And now I'm back. I'm back and I'm married. So you might see I have an extra ring going on here. When I package orders, you'll spot it. Another question I had is, will the business change names? Because obviously Emily Harvey Art is no longer my name. Or it is right now, but it won't be in a few weeks when I get everything sorted. I've decided I'm going to keep Emily Harvey Art the same, so it doesn't matter. Like, a lot of you thought I was married anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, nothing's changing. The only thing that's changed is I am no longer have to stress about keeping it a secret. You might have seen that I've been a bit distant, or I've been a bit all over the place, and it's just been really hard. It's been really hard, even though I haven't had an actual big wedding to organise. The organisation is still a lot. Like, I had to organise getting a marriage licence and then going to City Hall and doing all of the documents, and I had to do all of the prep for it here in the UK, and it was fun. And it's really funny to think that I was like trying dresses on and trying rings on without anyone knowing. And it's done now. We can just get into 2023. But I just want to say thank you so much. If you left a comment on my last video, because I didn't mention it in my last video, but a lot of you will have known because you'll have seen Instagram. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I just want to say thank you so much. It's now, we're officially back. Like, we're back here for after Christmas, ready to get stuff done. It's Thursday, the 12th of January, and today's the first day where I'm kind of feel normal. I've been like on 2 different time zones this week, so my brain's all a bit mushy, but we'll feel okay today. So this week's vlog is going to be a lot of just kind of chill planning. I have a Kickstarter idea that I really want to do, and it's in my head and I need to get it down on paper. I'm going to work on that today. I probably won't share much with you today because I really want to share it over on Patreon first. Speaking of Patreon, I want to say thank you so much if you have joined this week. I know I mentioned in the last video that I'm going to start mentioning people that have joined, and I just want to say thank you so much. I had a lot of people join this past week, and I've not had that many people join in a year, 6 months, in like a short space of time, and it really helped. It really helped me mentally feel really excited. So as always, I'm going to do a little shout out of who has joined this week. So hopefully you saw last week where I put everyone's name on the screen and I shouted out a few people. So let me see who's joined this week. So since my last vlog, I have had Becky join, Megan, Kelly, hi, Amy, Paula, Katie, Steffi, Elisa, Bree, Tammy, Emma and Karen. Thank you so much for being part of our community on Patreon. It means I can do these videos. It means so much. Anyway, let's get straight into it. I've had an admin morning. As you will have seen, I was on the phone earlier with my broadband provider because I'm out of contract now and I've been paying a higher amount. And I saw an advert on telly for the same company. I'm with TalkTalk, and I've been paying £40 a month for my broadband because I'm out of contract, and only for like 2 months. And I saw an advert on telly that was getting new people in for £20 a month. So I've just decided to give them a call and say, hey, help. And they've done the same. They've given me that offer. So check your bills, everybody. If you are like, you could try and knock down some bills, do it. I've saved half of the money that I spend on broadband there. So I also need to do my car insurance, but that's not business related. I'm going to just start doing some drawing and some planning. I have a Kickstarter idea that I want to do, but I need to like do some Pinterest boards, sketch some ideas. I'm just going to spend a couple of hours now working on it, getting everything that's in my head out. It's nearly been a year since my last Kickstarter, so it's time to get another one going. I have a big Kickstarter idea that I want to do. That's going to be later in the year. That's the product I've never done before. So this one I want to do right now is a pin one, just like my last one. But it needs a lot of planning, so let's go.
Sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love.
was Thursday when I last spoke to you, so it's been a good few days. I've just been catching up on stuff and working away on that Kickstarter that you saw me doing and I just wanted to focus on it for a few days before I came on and actually spoke to you, and I thought I would actually leave it a couple of weeks to talk about it still in America, to talk about it, but I think I just want to get it out there because I think I'm going to launch it sooner than I thought I would. If you kind of saw from the footage me looking at carousels and Disney World and looking at like magical carousel rides. Basically, I had this idea. I keep seeing carousels everywhere. When we were crossing the Brooklyn Bridge, I saw another carousel, and I was just like, that idea that I've got to do a carousel horse pin, maybe I need to do this now. So I wanted to get it out and get the drawing out. I'd done a carousel horse illustration for my Mary Poppins box that I did on Patreon last year, and that went really well. Everyone seemed to really like that illustration, and I've kind of taken that and tweaked it. So I'm going to put on the screen right now some of the drawings I've done. These aren't the final things that are being manufactured. I'm still in the design phase. Initially I wanted to do one horse, but I thought with a carousel we'll do a couple. Well, I'm going to do 2. I could do 10. I need to be realistic, and my elephant pin that I made, which is like my favourite pin, literally of all my pins, my elephant up there is my favourite, and it's done okay, but it's not done amazingly well, and I just worry that by doing maybe 10 different carousel horses I won't sell them. But I thought if I did 2 that's probably better. But I just wanted to, you know, I like to have a meaning behind all of my projects, and I could just do a carousel horse and I think it would do okay. Sorry, I'm absolutely freezing. But I also think it needs to have a reason, and for me to design it there needs to be a reason. I need to believe it. And I was thinking about when I've taken Lucas to a carousel recently, and you step up, and I don't know if you know, some people I've spoke to about this are like, oh, I've never paid attention to this, and other people are like, yeah, I get it. I always look for a horse with a nice name. So if there's one that's called Emily, I'll find that one, or I always look to see. I thought, what if this is like a carousel for life? Like, this is you're stepping up to a carousel, and this is your year going forward. This idea, I just liked it. I didn't know if it was a bit, if people were like, oh, that's weird. And you might have seen me writing in my notebook. I was like writing down words and like powerful and strong and wisdom and all these different words, and I was like, these could be all the different horses. And then when I put it on Patreon, this idea, the comments were amazing. Like, people were so kind, and they were listing words that they would like, and the 2 that stood out to me were brave and strong. And I just thought a lot of people could relate to those words and wanting to feel brave and wanting to feel strong, and they're the 2 horses I've decided to just do a brave and strong. Like I say, you could do 10 horses on this carousel, and if it goes amazingly well and there's demand for it, maybe I will, but right now I think I'm just going to do brave and strong. Lindsay, who is from Hello Hinny, she left an amazing comment saying you could screen print the names on, and then you could do multiple designs. That's a good idea, so I'm going to look into that maybe, but I think putting a limit on it and saying we're having brave and we're having strong, and then I could do ones maybe in the future. But it's just this idea of stepping up to this carousel of life, and which you pick a horse, you know, pick your own words. So I am going to do this Kickstarter for the 2 pins that you can see that I put on screen before. I'm just finalising some ideas, because I'm thinking if you pledge for both of them, you're going to get them on like a really special backing card that looks like a carousel. So I need to design that. But I'm hoping to launch it in a week, 10 days. It won't be a very long Kickstarter because it's not a massive project. I'm thinking of just doing it over 2 weeks, but it will be amazing. I hope you like the idea. Thank you to my patrons for giving your initial feedback and some ideas, and it's just a really great sounding board, you know, to get your ideas down. So that is what is coming. If you want to be the first to see anything, head over to my Patreon, or if you've backed previous Kickstarters from me, you will get a little email. I think you do. When I launch my new one, it'll say, hey, you've backed a project before, would you like to back the new one? As always, I'll make it really special. I've got some lovely freebies and some Kickstarter exclusives like I always do. So yeah, please go and check it out. I was really hoping to show you my new packaging. I have designed brand new packaging, new stickers and new thank you cards. The stickers are here, I've been using them. My new thank you cards are delayed and they were meant to come Friday, then they got delayed to Monday. It's now Tuesday and I still don't have them. So instead of like holding onto this vlog and being like, oh, I'll wait till everything arrives, I'll show you that in the next one. So the next one I'll show you my new packaging. But I wanted to show you, I haven't chatted to you since Christmas about any of the gifts I got, and I wanted to show you a gift I got from my mum, which is this Loungefly bag. I'm not a big Loungefly collector. I love collecting ears. I've got my ears up on the wall. Loungefly is hard because I think the bags are quite small and I don't really use them, but we saw somebody wearing this bag at the Magical Market and she had pins. This is a pin, little pin board here. And as she walked past my stall, I said to my mum, oh my god, look at that bag, that bag's made for me. The fact that it's got little lilac hearts on the side, like I loved it. And my mum must have just remembered, or I think she said she bought it straight away. She like googled and bought it. And it was a massive surprise on Christmas Day to open this, and it's one of those gifts that I wasn't expecting, and I was absolutely thrilled. Anyway, it's gorgeous. I'm going to be taking it to Paris with me in a couple of weeks. The only downside is the zip is really small because it's like doesn't go all the way around, so you're a bit limited with the opening of it, but I thought it would be good to put my pins on here, and I thought I would do that with you. So you got a little freebie pin here, but I might have to move that to maybe up here because I want to get all of my pins here together. So yeah, let's fill this bag with pins. So I was just filming those clips and I had the camera positioned on the side of the table and I knocked it and it crashed to the floor, and now my camera doesn't work. I don't know if you can see, but the lens is bent and it won't go back in and it just says error when I try turning it on. So I'm really sad because this camera is almost 3 years old. It's stuck with me, but I will be mortified if this is the end of its life. So anyway, we're back to filming on my phone like I used to. This is how I used to do my vlogs, and it feels very strange to be holding a phone and not knowing if the footage is okay. The sound is probably all a bit different, so bear with me. Hopefully I have this fixed by the time we do another video. If not, we're back to using my phone. Anyway, I was halfway through doing my pins, so I'm just going to finish that and I will show you how it looks. So my bag is all done. Don't know if you can see. I have no idea how this shot looks, but I'm absolutely thrilled with how it looks. I took the free pin out that I got with it because turns out I've made more pins than I thought I had, and this bag is now covered. I'm just missing the other Kickstarter pin that I did in a collaboration with Kelly Lou and OK Doodle. I literally sold them all, so I'm hoping to restock those in the next few weeks and I can add that here, but it's full. I have my fairy tale collection, my winter Kickstarter, my like Patreon pins, my elephant, my wreath, my mermaids, and then my first ever pin, my magical things that happen. This is why I design my pins the way I do, because I want them to look like this together. I want them to look really beautiful together, and I'm thrilled with it. So I'll be taking this to Paris with me. You'll see pictures of me in Paris with this in a few weeks. and maybe I'll try and get my carousel horses on there, fingers crossed, if we can get them made. I was going to do some more filming, but without a camera I feel a bit lost, so I'm going to end the vlog here, but I just want to say thank you so much. Thanks a lot if you have shopped with me. I've had to stop international orders for a little bit because there's been a Royal Mail issue. You'll hear other small businesses talk about it, it's not just me. They've suspended all international shipping, and it's worrying because I rely on international sales in my shop. January is already a very quiet time. If you watch my goals video, you'll know I've been averaging over 100 orders a month, which is incredible, but really needed, you know, for business. It's now past the middle of the month and I'm at 25 sales, so it's a worrying time. So if you are still placing orders in the UK, thank you so much. You'll have my new packaging this week. I had an email to say it's out for delivery, so I will film it for next week's vlog. If you're international, I will hopefully have that back on very soon. I really need it to be turned back on, so as soon as I can ship to you, I will. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts below about the Kickstarter idea. I will see you next week for another video. Bye guys.